Why is slope called rise over run? Imagine you're climbing a hill or walking along a gentle slope. The steepness of that hill is what we call the slope in math. When we look at a graph with a straight line, the slope tells us how steep that line is. But why do we call it rise over run? Well, it all comes down to how we measure movement between 2 points on the line. Think of 2 points on the line. The first point has coordinates like x1, y1, and the second point is x2, y2. The rise is how much the line goes up or down between those 2 points. To find the rise, you subtract the y value of the first point from the y value of the second point. That is y2 minus y1. If the result is positive, the line goes up as you move from left to right. If it's negative, the line goes down. Next, the run is how far the line moves horizontally from the first point to the second. To find the run, you subtract the x value of the first point from the x value of the second point. That is x2 minus x1. The run tells us how far along the x-axis we travel to get from one point to the other. Now the slope is the ratio of these two differences, the rise divided by the run. We write it as rise over run because it shows how much the line goes up or down for each unit we move horizontally. This ratio is very useful because it gives us a consistent way to describe the steepness of any line. If the rise is large compared to the run, the line is very steep. If the rise is small, the line is gentle. When the slope is positive, the line rises as it moves from left to right. If the slope is negative, the line falls. A slope of 0 means the line is flat, like a perfectly horizontal line. And if the run is 0, the line is vertical, which makes the slope undefined because you cannot divide by 0. The reason slope is called rise over run rather than run over rise is practical. It matches how we naturally think about movement on a graph. When you move horizontally along the x-axis by 1 unit, the slope tells you how much you go up or down vertically. It acts like a rate of change, showing how y changes for each change in x. So, in simple words, slope is called rise over run because it compares how much the line goes up or down to how far it moves horizontally. This helps us understand and draw straight lines easily, making algebra and graphing much clearer.